Good evening. Welcome to the December 9th Tulare County Board of Supervisors meeting. We're glad to be here in the city of Porterville this evening, and we would like to invite you to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain standing for a moment of silence. Supervisor Mike and us will lead the pledge.
Join me in saluting our great flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. It's nice to be here in Porterville this evening. Despite the fog, we all made it safely. We will begin with Board of Supervisor matters tonight. Supervisor Ennis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's good to go to the TCAG meeting yesterday, Tulare County Association of Governments, and to the workshop and see all the different road projects that are going on throughout this county. If you look at Highway 99 and the major overpass, overcrossings, the future of Highway 65 over here, we've got probably close to 200 million projects in progress, and that's quite a statement to say for one county. And the key to the whole thing has been Measure R. So Measure R has been the seed money to get a lot of these projects started. We've also, with Ted Smalley running the Tulare County Association of Governments, has been able to take all these different monies and put them together, whether it be state and federal, and use the Measure R as leverage, and that's how we've got all these projects moving forward. So it's a great deal. We're going to be starting the 224 bridge over Deer Creek this year, which is long anticipated, and Porterville finishing up the Plano Bridge. It's supposed to be done by the end of the year. That's going to be a big asset to the community, as well as the J Street Bridge when they start it. So a lot of projects moving forward. Highway 65, the next phase, will be starting the next couple of years from Highway 190 all the way out to Teapot Dome. So a lot of projects going, and looking forward to making everybody a better place for all of us to live throughout the county. Whenever a district gets a lot of road projects put through and fixed, it helps all of us to get around this county. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Supervisor Worthman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last Friday, there was a grand opening luncheon at Streamline Irrigation, which is a startup company that began in Traver, and then outgrew their facility there and built a new facility through Avenue 384 just to the east of Kingsburg. Mike was involved in this, our assistant director, helping them get established in their first facility, and then especially in this new one. They're very grateful for that. They had 15 employees. They were a startup company just a few years ago. They were 15 employees. Now they're 40 employees, and just doing really well, ready to add another building to the existing one that they just built. So very successful company, and of course we're very happy to have them remain in Tulare County. We were concerned when they ran out of space in Traver that we might lose them someplace else. I did bring something which kind of fits in with tonight when we talk about our finances. When I was at the CSAC conference, along with other board members down in Anaheim, at the Finance Committee meeting we had, they had on the GASB 68 new pension accounting standards, they had something which I thought was kind of neat for their retirement, and it's called the pension buck. And so they had $1, and then they broke it out, so as to every dollar, how that buck was created for the employees. 67 cents was from investment, 21 cents from the employer, state of California in this case, and 12 cents from the members. And I was showing Supervisor Cox this. He's on our retirement board. I thought it'd be kind of nice for us to do that in Tulare County. We're a 37 Act county, but it would demonstrate to our employees and to us how the dollar is created that goes into the pockets of a retiree. One other thing was that I thought very interesting was Orange County. They have an annual statement that they provide to each employee showing the total dollars spent on behalf of that employee. So that would include their retirement, Social Security contributions by the employer, Medicare, whatever else is paid to the employee And one of the things it does is demonstrate, because sometimes employees say, well, I haven't had a raise in such and such a period of time. Well, maybe the retirement contribution rate has gone up by the employer that's paid on behalf of that employee. And so in effect, that employee has received a pay increase. He didn't see it in his paycheck, but the cost of the county did go up that percentage. So I think it's helpful in the sense of being, more transparent, how money flows, so where it comes from and where it goes, so the employees recognize actually the total cost of the county. And if you've ever been self-employed, you understand that concept. But most of us, having worked as employees for people, we tend to look at our paycheck and say, well, that's what I'm being paid. Well, that paycheck may represent maybe 75% or 65% of the actual cost to your employer. Anyway, just some thoughts, some good ideas we might pass on.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wasn't going to mention it, but I'm also not going to go on a salary and benefit rant like Supervisor Worthley did, although I did think it was very valuable information. Since Supervisor Ennis did bring it up, I think it is important to point out as well, with TCAG and Measure R, you look at the projects that are being done in this county, and obviously it's road improvements, transportation enhancement, but one of the things that people often overlook is the safety improvement as well. And in the state of California, they created a grade separation pot of funds to make sure that when people crossed other modes of transportation at grade, like a road crossing across the railroad tracks, that they would be able to do so safely. In terms of the entire state of California, this pot of money was allocated to improve safety of at-grade crossings. Tulare County, through the efforts of TCAG, received over 25% of those monies for the whole state because of the great efforts. And in the district that I represent, we're seeing direct results of those efforts in terms of grade separations at major intersections in the city of Tulare. So I thought that was also important to point out as well. A couple of events that are going on this week. Tomorrow, most of our board members, if not all, are going to be participating in the computer giveaway that happens on an annual basis. It's a fantastic partnership between the county, the Office of Education, Office Depot, and COS's Computer Club. They do a fantastic job to provide computers to those in our community, those youth in our community that would normally not have access to a computer. So that's a great event and really does help get the holiday season off to a great start, and is like I said, a great collaboration also between the Rotary clubs as well of Tulare County that donate the funds to make that possible, so that we're not gifting away public funds. Also, this week on Thursday, the 11th, at the International Agri Center in Tulare, ResCom will be having their annual Christmas party, which they choose to do so to celebrate all their employees, their years of service, etc. But decided to donate all the proceeds from that event, that party, to the Salvation Army in Tulare to help those who are less fortunate during the holiday season. So that is a great event, and if it wasn't for a funeral that I have to attend on behalf of my wife, I would have been there. But with that being said, I will pass on to Supervisor Collins.
Another event happening tomorrow evening at 5:30 at Cafe 210 in Visalia is our second series of meetings on Moody Grove Park Master Plan. A meeting was held last month, and this meeting will be held tomorrow. And there will be facilitators there, people there to listen. So if you have ideas or things that you'd like to see in Moody Grove Park and get a look at the master or the draft of the master plan as it exists now, and invite you to attend. Friday, I attended the Deputy Sheriff's Association Awards banquet on behalf of the board and enjoyed that. I believe Supervisor Vanderpool was also there.
I sat at your table, so you should know that. Not I believe.
That was last week.
Okay.
Also last week, I did spend a night and a day in Sacramento. Met with the California Transportation Commission, Caltrans, and the Department of Transportation, encouraging them to continue to provide funding for the widening of 99. Right now, we've done 4 of the 5 projects. There's one project, we're in the process of doing those. One project remaining, which kind of leaves you with half of a road if you don't do that project. So